I'm giving you 175 years, which is 2,100 months. I've just signed your death warrant.
Disgraced Team USA doctor Larry Nassar, who abused women and children for decades, will likely spend the rest of his life in prison. A judge did not hold back during today's sentencing.
It's my honor and privilege to sentence you. Because, sir, you do not deserve to walk outside of a prison ever again.
163 athletes told their stories of betrayal and abuse in court. There may be many others, too, who are too shattered to speak. So how do we as parents keep our children safe from those kinds of predators? Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Nadine Woodward. Please take a minute to listen to this very important story. KXLY4's Drew Reeves working for you for the safety of your children with advice on what to do when you have to leave your kids in the care of other adults. Drew?
Well, we teach our children that adults should be trusted, and it's important to remember that anyone can take advantage of that power. And when they do, and children tell you about it, experts say the most important thing for you to do is listen and believe them.
For years, Team USA doctor Larry Nassar used his power over young girls to sexually abuse them. During his 7-day sentencing hearing, his victims used their voices to speak out about the injustices they faced at his hands. Some also had harsh words for the organization that they say allowed this to happen.
If over these many years just one adult listened and had the courage and character to act, this tragedy could have been avoided.
Experts who have to deal with the sexual abuse of children say believing them is the most important thing you can do.
When they talk about it, usually it's something that is really difficult to talk about, and when they talk about it, they want to be believed, and that's where the parents come in to believe them.
And many parents now wonder, who can be trusted, and how can you know your kids are safe? Many organizations rely on background checks, but at Spokane Gymnastics, owner Nadine Burgess says that's not enough.
There are certain procedures that we're just non-negotiable on with. We never have any adults or coaches be alone with the athletes. Everything's out in the open.
That kind of openness also important when you communicate with your kids. You can never be 100% sure your child won't be a victim of sexual abuse, but you can make sure your child feels comfortable coming to you if they are.
Being able to talk about everything all the time will help that person be able to come to you and say, hey, I was touched, and I didn't like it.
And look for some of the warning signs. They may withdraw or start cutting.
Oftentimes, one of the hallmark warning signs is that they have knowledge about sex that is beyond their age level.
And parents, it's also your job to educate your kids about boundaries and what's appropriate behavior with an adult. If you want more tips and steps you can take to try and prevent your child from being a victim of sexual assault, head to our website, KXLY.com, and look for the News Link section near the bottom of the homepage. Reporting in studio, Drew Reeves, KXLY4 News.
Unnecessary story. Thanks for telling it, Drew.